DHS is rescinding the deportation of an illegal immigrant who killed 19-year-old Adrienne Sophia Exum while he was driving drunk. Joining me now, Ken Paxton, Texas Attorney General, Rhonda Exum, Adrienne's mother, and Tranette Gamboa, Adrienne's cousin. Thanks to all three of you for being here. Rhonda, I absolutely, as a parent, cannot imagine your pain. When you heard your daughter's killer was not going to be deported, what was your reaction?
First of all, my reaction was, why? I wasn't told in the beginning, that he wasn't going to be deported, but I was told that he was. So I really want to know why.
Do you have any sense as to why? Is there anything, any reason you can come up with as to why? Because I can't.
That's a good question. A very good question. I wish somebody can tell me. Because, to me, by him not being deported, it's like you telling me my daughter's life didn't mean anything.
I can't imagine what that feels like as a parent. Just know that your daughter's life did mean something. I want to make that abundantly clear. Tranette, how much of a punch in the gut is this decision by DHS?
It's very unfortunate. I was shocked, actually. I'm thinking that he was going to be punished, for that. But, they didn't care. They don't care.
And I feel like that sense is something we hear all too often from the victims and their families. Why does the administration not seem to care about me, about my family member, about my situation? AG Paxton, Alejandro Mayorkas says removal, quote, will be focused on those who are a threat to public safety. The guy killed Rhonda's daughter. How much more of a threat does Mayorkas need to see?
Apparently, it doesn't really matter. I feel sad for this family because the reality is I believe that Biden has betrayed our country. He's betraying families that are losing people right and left, whether it's through fentanyl overdoses or crimes or issues just like this. It's hard to understand, and it is hard to answer the question of why. And I think the answer to why is that they have greater goals that are more important than saving members of families.
Tranette, talk to me a little bit about what the community that you live in is experiencing right now. Have they been supportive of you and your fight?
Oh, definitely. As soon as it happened, we had just an outpour of love, and it's been amazing, actually.
What do they want to see happen to the guy that killed your cousin?
The same thing, like what's going on, because it's not only that he hit her, he took off and ran, and that's the unfortunate part too.
Rhonda, what is your message to the Biden administration when it comes to border policies?
Well, my message is look out for the American people first. Because truth be told, this was literally my first time voting, and I voted for you, and I feel disappointed right now.
What did you,
I don't understand.
What did you think Joe Biden was going to do for you, and what hasn't he done for you?
Well, I thought he was going to, talk for the American people, basically, and not for himself.
And in the year that he's been in office, what have you experienced, besides obviously a tragedy involving your daughter and the lack of sending this guy who did it to your daughter away?
Absolutely nothing. I'm sorry. I hope this that don't sound wrong, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel that he has done anything but disappoint.
And again, I always ask the why. Any sense as to why he hasn't done anything in this year in office, and why he's created situations where your daughter's killer gets to stay in our country even though he shouldn't be here?
Can anybody answer me that? I would like to know why. I really would.
It doesn't make a lick of sense. Like so many things that this administration is doing, it's not what they promised us, and it doesn't make a lick of sense. And it's victims like you, Tranette, and of course like you, Rhonda, that have to deal with the consequences. We want to thank all three of you, Tranette, Rhonda, and Ken Paxton, for being here. Ken, you do have a challenge against Mayorkas on these changed rules that allow an individual like the killer of Rhonda's daughter to stay in our country. Please keep us posted as to how that works. And Rhonda and Tranette, our thoughts and prayers are with you. That's not going to bring her back, but certainly we are with you.